Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro just dropped a legal bombshell on Elon Musk. Governor Shapiro is suggesting that law enforcement look into whether or not Elon Musk has broken the law. And this time, it looks like Elon Musk may have gone too far. I'll tell you all about it coming right up. Governor Josh Shapiro was on NBC News' Meet the Press when he was first asked about how Kamala Harris would be different than Joe Biden.
More Americans feel as though President Biden's policies have hurt them rather than helped them. So can you name one key policy difference between Vice President Harris and President Biden? How would her administration look different?
You know, I've been really encouraged by the amount of energy that Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris, has put into focusing on how she will cut taxes for small businesses. The focus on child care tax credit expansion, that's something I've done here in Pennsylvania. We've seen that work to ease the burden on families. I think a focus on those kinds of things is particularly important, and those are the kinds of things I think Kamala Harris has brought specifically to this race.
This has been some sort of gotcha question that people have been asking Kamala Harris's surrogates like Josh Shapiro. What's the difference between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? Well, number one, Joe Biden did an amazing job. People are not upset with Joe Biden because of his policies. They were disappointed in his debate performance, thinking that he is not physically up to the task of being president. Kamala Harris should continue Joe Biden's policies because our economy is the envy of the world. GDP is doing fantastic. We had a record stretch of unemployment. The stock market has been hitting record after record. Wages have been outpacing inflation, and inflation is below 3%. So I wouldn't do anything else. Now, the difference between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is that Joe Biden was really focused on jobs, whereas Kamala Harris is focused on the workers, or as she calls it, an opportunity economy. That means focusing government policy on helping people where they need it. For example, starting families, $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life. That would help out families tremendously. Or she wants to encourage the creation of small businesses because more businesses equals more competition, and that leads to better prices, which is a big concern for people. Now, after wasting Governor Shapiro's time asking about what's the difference between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's successful administration, he was asked about polls that show Pennsylvania's a super close race, and he had a great response.
If past his prologue, we're set for another close race here in Pennsylvania. Let me explain. 2016, the race was decided by 44,000 votes. Donald Trump won here in Pennsylvania. In 2020, the race was settled by 80,000 votes. Joe Biden won. In both instances, it came down to a point or less. So the fact that you have polls showing that it's, a jump ball, a statistical dead heat, maybe Kamala Harris is up a point or so, that is not a shock. We are used to close elections here in Pennsylvania. And, I choose not to worry about that. I choose to work right through it. We understand that this election likely will come down to tens of thousands of votes.
He's 100% right. This is going to be a close race, but Kamala Harris can easily win Pennsylvania. And I am encouraged by the Senate polls in Pennsylvania that show the Democratic incumbent Senator Bob Casey has been well ahead of his Republican challenger, Dave McCormick. We did fantastic there in the 2022 midterms when history says that the party in the White House should do terribly in the first midterms, and we picked up a Senate seat in Pennsylvania. So all the signs are there that Kamala Harris can win it, but it's still going to be a close race. But things got really interesting in the interview when Governor Shapiro was asked about a new scheme by Elon Musk to pay people that are registered to vote to sign a petition and to give away $1 million a day to one registered voter in Pennsylvania. Governor Shapiro was a former attorney general, and he would know if this is legal or not. And listen to his response.
Governor, let me ask you about a development we learned about overnight. Elon Musk says he will be giving away $1 million every day to random voters who sign his super PAC's petition. You are a former attorney general. Is this legal?
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race, how the dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. That is deeply concerning. Look, Musk obviously has a right to be able to express his views. He's made it very, very clear that he supports Donald Trump. I don't, obviously we have a difference of opinion. I don't deny him that right. But when you start flowing this kind of money into politics, I think it raises serious questions that folks may want to take a look at.
So you think it might not be legal, yes or no?
I think it's something that law enforcement could take a look at. I'm not the Attorney General anymore of Pennsylvania. I'm the governor, but it does raise some serious questions.
It sounds like Governor Shapiro was playing as nice as possible there, but according to legal experts, it looks like Elon Musk has broken the law. Rick Hassan is a law professor at the University of California, Los Angeles, and he posted the following on his website last night. Elon Musk veers into clearly illegal vote buying, offering $1 million per day lottery prize only to registered voters. He says, though maybe some of the other things Musk was doing were of murky legality, this one is clearly illegal. And he quotes the law that says whoever knowingly or willfully gives false information as to his name, address, or period of residence in the voting district for the purpose of establishing his eligibility to register or vote, or conspires with another individual for the purpose of encouraging his false registration to vote or illegal voting, or pays or offers to pay or accepts payment either for registration to vote or for voting shall be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. So it sounds like Elon Musk could even face time in prison, but he continues, see also the DOJ Election Crimes Manual. The bribe may be anything having monetary value, including cash, liquor, lottery chances, and welfare benefits such as food stamps. Such things are given to make it easier for people to vote, not to induce them to do so. This distinction is important. For an offer or a payment to violate Section 10307C, it must have been intended to induce or reward the voter for engaging in one or more acts necessary to cast a ballot. And he goes on to say that it's not illegal to pay people to register others to vote. However, such payments become actionable under Section 10307C if they are shared with the person being registered. So while it's not illegal to pay someone to get others to sign a petition or to get someone to sign a petition, it is illegal to pay someone to register to vote, and to give away $1 million to a class of people that includes just registered voters appears to be illegal. So I hope the federal authorities are looking into this as per Governor Josh Shapiro's suggestion. And I hope that Elon Musk finally sees some repercussions for messing with our democracy. I think that these sort of multi-billionaires are very dangerous for America's democracy. No one person should have that much power to influence our elections. And hopefully they'll make an example of Elon Musk.